In an emergency, the only thing more precious than time is the life that's slipping away. I'm William Shatner. Tonight, true stories of desperate situations and the people who fight to change them. We begin on April 5th, 1992, in Mobile, Alabama, as Stacy Purdon stopped by to pick up her close friend, 15-year-old Nancy Woods, at the Woods family home so they could go shopping at a nearby mall.
Stacy came up, and Nancy and Stacy, and they wanted to go riding. And they was laughing and cutting up, like they usually do. They always have a good time together.
Nancy came in this world, she was ready. She took on the world full of gusto. This kid, a 1 in a million child.
Have you went and gotten any more clothes for spring break?
Not really. I got a couple outfits. Mom picked out this ugly, I don't know what it was.
Traffic's slow now.
Yeah, it is.
We need to go ahead.
Brent and Kathy Gallagher were driving south on Interstate 65, 100 yards behind Stacy's car.
On this particular Sunday afternoon, there's cars, but it was not like bumper to bumper.
I wonder what the lots are going for over there.
I have no idea. I looked in my rearview mirror. I got this guy behind us.
Look at this guy.
He's driving like an idiot. There was a red car coming up at a high rate of speed, driving very recklessly.
He passed.
But I'm gonna slow down. Oh, God!
This is a young boy's hot rod car joyriding. Brent said it's nuts like that to get people killed.
Yeah. See, now I don't know why that fool back there wants to cut in like that. He's driving back there.
Oh, God.
He started coming in my lane, so I just automatically got in the emergency lane. It was like a feather in the wind, flipping across the interstate. Brent slammed on brakes, pulled over, and my thoughts were, you know, whoever's in that car could not be alive. And then my second thought was, what's he gonna see when he gets down into that car?
When we continue.
The goriest thoughts were going through my mind because I just saw a car do the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life.
Rescue 911, sponsored by the creators of Neon, proud sponsors of our 1994 U.S. Olympic team.
Every Neon comes with an advanced single overhead cam 16-valve engine. And its 132 high-tech horses should come in mighty handy when you're trying to coax your car onto a freeway. Say hello to Neon. $89.75 for starters, $12.5 nicely loaded.
What am I gonna do with these potatoes?
Add a little Spam and add a lot of taste.
Spam luncheon meat. When you want a lot of taste for not a lot of money.
Add a little Spam and add a whole lot of taste.
Announcing the Colgate commitment to healthy smiles. We're so confident our toothpastes give you a clean and healthy smile. They're backed by a money-back guarantee. The Colgate Guarantee. Colgate, winning the fight for a clean and healthy smile.
What happened here?
Who can resist the golden, buttery, melt-in-your-mouth taste of a Ritz? It's one of a kind. Who can resist a Ritz?
I got a Michael Jordan MVP cup and Michael's favorite burger from McDonald's. He's bound to let me play one-on-one.
Hurry into McDonald's today for Michael's favorite extra value meal, the Double Big Mac. And for 39 cents more, supersize it or any extra value meal for more fries and more drink. And get an MVP collector cup free.
Charles, you sitting there.
So what do you say?
Just this once.
What you want is what you get.
To my dear friend Charles.
At McDonald's today.
When Stacy Purden's car was clipped by another car at more than 60 miles an hour, it tumbled out of control, landing upside down in a drainage ditch along the side of the highway. A passing motorist, Brent Gallagher, and his wife, Kathy, immediately pulled over to see if they could help.
It was almost a nightmare during the daytime, because I just saw a car do the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. The goriest thoughts were going through my mind. Fortunately, she was conscious, didn't seem to be bleeding from anywhere. I said, hey, just be still, stay still. Because I've always heard, keep a accident victim still.
The boy who had hit the girl just looked at me with a stare like, you know, maybe he was in shock. And his exact words to me was, look at my car. And I said, forget your car, please go down and help my husband. He did not speed off. He did not drive erratically. He drove the way he should have been driving in the first place.
Go get help.
There was only a handful of people who really got out of the cars and helped. There was a man who pulled up behind us. He had a car phone, and I told him to call 911.
Don't move, not move.
Alan Upchurch also saw the accident and stopped to help.
You know, you see a lot of wrecks, but when you see a car upside down, the blood gets a-flowing. Somebody's hurt.
She was very shaken, and then it's almost as if she just all of a sudden came to and said, where's my friend?
So you had somebody with you? Oh, God.
In a car accident, I figure she could have been thrown 100 yards, who knows? So we're looking everywhere.
We looked both ways down the ditch there, up and down the interstate, over the fence towards the service road.
Foot, man, we got a foot right here.
I reached down there to grab her ankle to see if she had a pulse, and she moved it. You know, it wasn't like a muscle spasm. I mean, she moved it good. You know, I said, this girl's alive. You know, we need to get the car up.
One guy said, no, hey, man, we can't move the girl that's in the car. And I said, we got a human being underneath this car. Let's do what we got to do.
When I grabbed her ankle, I felt like that gave her hope. She knows somebody's there to help her.
Come on. Go. Come on.
We thought we were going to lift this car, get this girl out. You hear of people, one man lifting a tractor off his baby.
Get it up. We got to get the car up.
Don't look over there. She's fine.
Come on. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
So we pulled. Well, the mud was our downfall because we were sliding and slipping. What I saw, I guess I'll remember as long as I live. She was flush with the mud in a split position. I just knew she was dead.
Oh, man, try to ease it down. Try to ease it down.
Another guy on the other end said, we can't hold it. To me, it was like we let her down. Is she going to give up now, or is she going to hold on?
Come on, man, hold in there.
The first thing that went to my mind, you got to get that mud away from her face. I mean, it's obvious she can't breathe there.
Okay, just lay still, don't move.
I kind of moved in front of the girl so she wouldn't see.
She's fine, just lay still, don't move.
I just moved down, I felt her shoulder, and her hand was there by her shoulder. I checked her pulse, and it was real weak. And I thought, don't give up now. You're too close to give up now. And at that time, you could hear the sirens and all coming.
Within minutes of the call, units from the Mobile Fire Department arrived, led by Captain Roy Wallace.
I noticed a man squatting, holding her arm, and he looked up at me and said, I just lost her pulse 1 minute ago. There was no time for no fancy equipment. We had to get down and lift the vehicle the old-fashioned way.
Lisa Bishop was the first paramedic on the scene.
Those guys walked up there and picked up that car like it was their sister or their mother laying there.
One of the pedestrians just yanked her out of sheer excitement, and I caught her in mid-flight to support her cervical spine and laid her back easy. She's done had a rough enough trip. I don't think she needed to be yanked around anymore.
Clear the airway.
They drug her out, and there was no life whatsoever. They were digging mud out of her mouth, out of her nose. I thought her backbone had been snapped in half because she was like a wet noodle.
My shoulder, I knew it hurt, and I knew something was wrong with it, but I was worried about her. I said, please tell me she's not gonna die, you know? And the woman said, we just don't know.
Paramedics radioed ahead to Spring Hill Memorial Hospital, less than a quarter-mile away, and spoke with emergency physician Larry Ennis.
A rather excited voice came on the radio and said, Dr. Ennis, we've got a trauma arrest and we're at your back door. And by the time I'd hung the microphone up, the doors were opening and in rolls this gurney bearing this mud-covered body.
I started crying, standing there begging her, because I knew that I was going to lose her. I took it personally.
Fixed the midpoint on the eyes.
Got any pulses? I got a paint radio.
We really thought we were working with someone who was dead, but the fact there was a pulse there just turned us on. She began to move around a little bit, and very quickly her pupils became reactive. These were all very good signs. One of my standard questions when people come in the emergency room is, were you wearing a seatbelt? I already know the answer. People that wear seatbelts don't come to the emergency room.
Come back, girl. Come on.
We got a little blood pressure back. Her neck was okay. Her chest x-ray looked okay. Didn't find any signs of other major injuries, so this apparently was almost a pure suffocation, a pure drowning.
Starting to get some spontaneous respiration.
The mud probably protected her from any major crush injuries of the vehicle itself, but it also kept her from breathing. She's still unconscious, she's comatose, but at least we've got some vital signs back on her.
Nancy's father, Philip Woods, was briefed about her condition as soon as he got to the hospital.
They told me that she was underneath the car for 5 or 6 minutes. That even if she recovers, we don't know what kind of condition her mind's in, because you only can live so long without oxygen, you know, or damage to your brain, or all that kind of stuff. She may not be nothing.
11 years and all. Love you.
As soon as she heard about the accident, Nancy's mother, Johnny, went to be with her.
You can't allow yourself the luxury of going nuts. I remember the nurse telling me, talk louder, you know, really talk to her. That's the most critical thing right now, is getting her to respond.
Look at Mama.
Dear God in heaven, we thank thee for this privilege of meeting here in Nancy's behalf.
The whole waiting room just completely filled up with people.
Heal her.
There was always more people gathering. This kid, everybody was her friend.
The doctors were honest. She may be there for a month, might be years, may never come out of it.
Do surgery all right, and we can be with her.
Anybody that believed in God, whether they were religious or not, was holding hands and praying.
Monday morning, 10 o'clock, it was just like somebody turned her back on.
Yeah, she don't. She does, don't she?
I didn't see her until about 3 days later. I really expected her to still be on a respirator and comatose. And the nurses told me she's been moved out to a room. That surprised me itself. And I went out to the room, knocked on the door, and I found 3 kids bouncing around in the bed laughing, and I had to ask which one was the patient.
See, then you could wear that.
Although Nancy suffered no broken bones, her short-term memory has been affected.
Everybody wants to know what happened, and I just can say what I've heard. Kind of makes me feel stupid sometimes that I don't remember.
You wanted to come to the wrong place for some good clothes, girl. That's what he's saying.
Nancy's best friend, Stacy Purton, who was driving that day, broke her collarbone.
Nancy's changed. She has mood swings now, but we'll always be friends. And just like if I ever needed her, I could call her at any time and she'd be there for me. And if she knows I'd be there for her any time.
I think we've been grounded 90% of my life.
Yeah, but didn't we always get out of it?
After high school, I want to start college nursing school. Because the wreck, I'd like to be there if somebody ever needed me. You know, just help them out. I don't know. I mean, I guess I feel like I owe somebody.
1, 2, 3, go. The driver of the car that hit them subsequently pleaded guilty to leaving the scene of an accident and was sentenced to 6 months probation.
When I get in the car, any car, especially mine, I won't get in without putting on the seatbelt. Because, I mean, if I would have had it on, it wouldn't have never happened.
Oh, my goodness.
If one person had not done what they had done, I wouldn't have a daughter. I don't know what I would do without her.
You listen to the news and you listen to everything. The United States people don't care for nobody. And all of a sudden, those people that you didn't think would do it, that don't care about nobody but themselves, are getting out of the car, getting down in the mud, digging, pushing, and saving your kid. That's a big thing.
I don't feel like a hero. A little piece of me didn't want to see it, didn't want to be a part of it. I wanted to run, I wanted to get away, but I couldn't. Someone needed help, and I did what I had to do. Nice meeting you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You're very welcome. I'm just glad we're meeting under these circumstances. It really is great.
She died a couple of times, is what we understood. You don't want to kiss your daughter or your children goodbye in the morning, then get a call that you won't see them again. I just feel that one day I know I'll need someone, or someone I love will need someone, and I just hope someone, whether they know them or not, will help. And I was trying to stay in front of her so she couldn't see her, because she didn't. She didn't know like she'd be here.
Please don't cry.
Y'all don't know what we
She is my little Nancy back. Her smiles and everything. And any other problems we got, I can live with it. People think that's a small thing to ask for, is a smile. But if you've seen her in that mud, it's enough.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Next.
I thought, well, he's just playing or seeing how long he can hold his breath, maybe. But then his body went down to the bottom of the sand.
From Walt Disney Pictures, the Mighty Ducks present the 3 rules of hockey. Never underestimate your opponent.
Want to ease up a little bit? Just thought I'd ask.
Never take your eye off the puck.
That hurt.
And never stop believing in the Mighty Ducks.
Quack Attack is back, Jack!
Emilio Estevez, D2, the Mighty Ducks are back. Rated PG. Starts Friday, March 25th at a theater near you.
What's the difference between Diet Dr. Pepper and regular Dr. Pepper? Can't see the difference, can't hear it. The amazing thing is you probably can't taste the difference either. Discover what millions already have, the great taste of Diet Dr. Pepper.
At JCPenney, our exclusive brands stand alone
and work together.
It's Stafford's pinstripes with pinpoints, pleated pants with patterned ties.
It's Worthington's bright shirts with bold jackets, floral skirts with flowing shirts.
Whether it's Stafford's Smart Look
or Worthington's Many Looks,
the one thing that works with all our brands is our great values.
that works for everyone.
New from Pizza Hut, the ultimate pepperoni pizza. Zesty herbs, thicker pepperoni for a whole new taste. But remember, one bite of this pizza and there's no going back. Try one for $8.99, a second medium for $5 more.
This car is 18 feet long, weighs over 2 tons, has dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, and a sophisticated impact management system. The new Neon also has dual airbags, available anti-lock brakes, and a sophisticated impact management system. The rich, it would appear, do not have it all. Say hello to Neon. $89.75 for starters, $12.5 nicely loaded.
Wednesday.
We're engaged.
Guest star Twiggy's gonna have a royal wedding, or is she?
She's in love with her chauffeur.
What's a nanny to do? And if you haven't seen Tom yet, you're missing a heap of laughs.
It's a fact of nature that the big animals eat the little ones.
I'm pretty little, Daddy.
Stay alert.
All new Tom, after the nanny, Wednesday.
There is a weapon in the war against AIDS. That weapon is information. The more you know, the safer you are. Find out the facts about AIDS.
The vacation home at Lake Jewel in Florida that Nancy Aspinwall and her husband owned was a popular place for their son's friends. On March 4th, 1990, a group of them gathered hoping to go swimming or water skiing, with no idea what the day would bring.
All of us were out on the dock, but Benji was the last one. He had been messing around with his car.
18-year-old Benji Keel was staying with his friend Jason Aspinwall at the house.
During breakfast, everybody was talking about going skiing, and since it was early in the year, we knew the water would be cold. So we were going to sit down and wait for it to warm up some.
Well, we're going to go eventually.
Gene Harkey was staying nearby at his uncle's house that weekend.
We're just about to set up the boat with the boom and everything. At that point, Benji said that he wanted to see how cold the water was and took a leap off the dock.
It's probably pretty cold. The water looks too cold to be jumping in there.
I'd rather ease in that water than jumping like that.
Why is he just laying there like that? I thought, well, he's just playing or seeing how long he can hold his breath, maybe.
I'm trying to get one of us to jump in after him.
He's just relaxing.
But then his body went down to the bottom of the sand. But y'all look at him. I said, something's wrong with him.
Oh, he looks like he's hurt.
Jamie,
y'all
get
think
him.
he's hurt?
So I thought perhaps he just had a cramp because the water was cold.
I can't feel my body.
My thing was just get him out of the water, get him out of the water.
Dial 911.
I told him not to take him out in the water because if you moved him the wrong way, it could make things worse.
911, what is your emergency?
At 11:25 a.m., the call for help came in to the Putnam County Sheriff's Department.
Rescue 4, Station 17, respond to an injury from a diving accident. On Lake Jewel, Rescue 4, Station 17, respond to a diving accident.
The nearest medic unit with the Palatka Fire Department was immediately dispatched to what was described as a diving accident, but they were 18 miles away.
First thing that came to my mind was to put him on something flat and not move him much. And the first thing I saw that was large enough to go underneath a person was the surfboard. Because the surfboard also floats, it was an excellent thing by chance.
All right, get up on the board. Come on, just be calm, Benji.
We were like getting him to say stupid things like, what's your favorite song, you know?
Let's get him to the spot.
And told him to say his ABCs, and he didn't want to do that either, but that was okay. It really wasn't the point. The point was to keep him conscious and aware of what was going on. Here, unboard.
The Aspinwalls had a safety collar around the house for water skiing competitions.
Just a little bit.
They carefully put it on to try to immobilize Benji's neck.
At one point, his arm fell off the surfboard, and he didn't have any idea that it was off, and we picked his arm and put it back up on the surfboard, and that was the point that I realized that we really had a serious situation.
Off-duty paramedic Jim Passwater had heard the dispatch on his pager.
What happened?
He said he was not hurting, but he couldn't feel anything.
Feel me touching your legs? No. Feel that? Your leg? No.
Right away, I realized that he had some type of a cervical injury or spinal injury.
Just exactly what needed to be done. Don't move him. Just leave him right here until we get some extra help. All right, we got the telephone here?
I just felt that this boy really needed some attention from a trauma center. I felt that he needed more care than we could give him here in Putnam County.
The Trauma 1 helicopter from University Medical Center was dispatched to the scene.
Don't worry.
Volunteer firefighters arrived and immediately began packaging Benji for the 50-mile flight to the hospital.
Slide the backboard under. All right.
All right.
got a helicopter coming.
Just keep talking to us, Benji.
Benji's parents, Anna and Daniel Keel, arrived soon after.
What happened?
They mentioned that he had hit his head on the bottom. He was looking up at me and said, "I'm sorry, Dad."
2, 3. Slow and easy.
I knew he was paralyzed, but I didn't know to what extent. With my wife being upset like she was, I was trying to hold it.
They brought him up on the stretcher, and I went over to him and I knelt down on the ground, and he looked up and he said, "I'll be all right, Mom. I'll be all right." He always tried to console everybody else. It was like we were the patients, he wasn't.
Once we got him up on land, he was almost in tears, telling his mother that he did not want to live like this, referring to being paralyzed from the neck down.
Okay. You hurting anywhere, Benji?
It's a burning sensation on my shoulder.
And your shoulder's where?
He started having a little sensation, which I felt was a good sign.
Good sign, John.
But we knew he had a neurological deficit.
Yeah. Dove into approximately 4 foot of water.
Paramedic Mike Kern and his partner arrived on the scene.
Okay, we got a helicopter.
I remember being 18 myself and all the things that I wanted to do in my life. And here's an 18-year-old faced with the possibility that he's going to spend the rest of his life in a bed as a quadriplegic.
We'll be there as soon as we can, son. It was scary to see my son go in that helicopter, because I wasn't for sure. I just wasn't for sure what was going to take place at the other end, or what we was going to find when we got to the hospital.
Benji was admitted to the trauma unit under the care of Dr. Keith Sinclair.
You check his legs.
His neurological exam showed that he was paralyzed from the neck down.
Push your feet down.
But though Benji's neck was broken, a CAT scan revealed he had not severed his spinal cord. The paralysis was caused by severe bruising.
Your physical exam suggests that you've got some injury to your spinal cord at the moment.
Spinal cord injuries, especially when people are rendered quadriplegic, have quite a high risk of death. Pneumonia is a very big problem, as is spinal cord shock.
By the 3rd day following the accident, Benji was suffering from both pneumonia and spinal shock.
When we walked in then, it hit us hard because, we didn't know if he was going to make it.
Shortly after we had intubated him because of his difficulty in breathing through his bad pneumonia, his blood pressure dropped precipitously and his heart stopped transiently. Fortunately, there were a lot of people in attendance at the time, and so we managed to resuscitate him very quickly.
Within 2 weeks, Benji had managed to recover enough to be taken off the respirator.
He had the attitude that he was not going to lay in that bed no more than he had to. Well, I knew then if he got into a rehab center, he would be all right.
With extensive rehabilitation, 9 months after the accident, Benji learned to walk without the aid of a cane.
People ask me if I'm going to become completely healed, and I'm a little doubtful. I have some problems with my left arm. But I told him, if the only thing I get back is what I've got right now, I'm happy. Because I know what it's like to be without anything.
You got a leak.
He was very lucky, and the fact that the boys that were with him, if they hadn't done what they had done, by all means, placing that surfboard underneath him and floating him to shore, keeping his neck and spine in line, they're the reasons Benji's walking today.
Ready?
The rescuers and my friends who saved my life, I try to think at night, how can I repay these people for what they've done for me? And there's no way to repay them except for say thank you. If they ever need anything from me, I'm there. There's no doubt in my mind. I would sacrifice anything for them.
Your dog and my family, man.
When I was younger and went to swimming pools, you see the signs, and it says feet first, first time. If I'd have went feet first, I'd have realized how shallow the water was. Trust me, you don't want to dive into shallow water, because being paralyzed is scary. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. Hopefully it will be the hardest.
It changes your aspect on life. You want to care a little more. If you know somebody needs help, go help. Be a friend if you can. You're giving something back. When you almost have something taken away and then you can give something back and be thankful. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful I got Benji. Because he's my buddy.
Every night when I go to sleep, I thank God for what he's given me. It won't be the same, and it'll never be the same, and I'll never expect it to be the same. But I'm happy with life now.
Next.
If you get a barracuda in a certain environment, he can bite you. I wouldn't want to be around when he's feeding and mistakes your hand for a bait.
The thinking behind Neon's cab-forward body design is really quite simple. Move some things around, pull the wheels farther apart, push the windshield forward, and voila. Now machinery gets less room and people get more room. Hey, this calls for a little traveling music. Say hello to Neon. $89.75 for starters, $12.5, nicely loaded.
To play this game, you gotta have the love, but most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You gotta have the ball. The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rollins, it's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut.
Hey, Chubs, want a game?
Rescue 911 will continue.
Her innocent life was shattered by a brutal attack until a stranger reached out.
You don't know how I got pregnant.
I don't care how it happened.
Now the only one who can save her child
She's going to need a transplant.
is the unseen attacker she married.
I know it was you that raped me.
Cynthia Gibb and Richard Grieco. Sin and Redemption, next on CBS.
The mayhem, the mascots, the madness.
March Madness begins Thursday on CBS.
This is CBS.
So, how would you like to win 3 national championships?
Did that.
How about 6 world championships?
Done that.
What about 18 All-Star appearances?
Been there.
Yeah? How would you like to win shirts, shoes, shorts, and other cool stuff?
Never tried that.
Well, now collect Do Mad Cash on specially marked packages of Mountain Dew and score all kinds of cool free stuff.
You gotta love this game.
This is a test. It's a test.
Before you panic, you have the answers to all these questions and hundreds more in Real Consumer Tips, the free information service at the front of selected headings in the Real Yellow Pages.
Cellular telephones are basically radio transmitters.
Get the answers that help make you a smart shopper in Real Consumer Tips, found only in the Real Yellow Pages, the book you can't put down.
New 94 Metros, $2.99 down, $1.19 per month.
Sometimes it's not until we confront our own mortality that we are reminded just how rich and meaningful life is. For Nadine Clower, that moment came on July 9th, 1993, while vacationing with her husband and 2 sisters on a houseboat in the calm waters off the coast of Isla Mirada, Florida.
I've never known a barracuda to attack a person, but when they're provoked, it can be very dangerous.
It happens so fast. They attack at 40 to 50 miles an hour.
On the second day of their trip, Elizabeth McFalls and most of the others had started fishing early.
We're having a blast. Everything was going real good. And Judy, my husband, and myself were on the front. And Nadine really doesn't fish that much, so she was up there most of the time taking pictures of everybody. But Nadine had some tragedies. She had lost her son, a couple of years ago, and she's been in deep depression ever since. So this was just kind of, anything we can do to kind of pull her back, we try. Freddie said he had a barracuda, and he was going under the side of the boat.
It's a really good size.
I've got here.
Freddie's got one.
He's taking me around here.
Hey, Dee, could you get the camera out?
The fish came out so fast, really. It was just like the bullet, a torpedo, just to go right by you. You just seen from the water, you seen it hit.
Biff, I need some help. Biff, I need some help.
Hey, go ahead.
Terry!
Nadine's husband, Terry, had been fishing off the back of the boat.
She was laying in a puddle of blood. And just a huge gash in her hip. Emergency Coast Guard. I was scared to death. Severely bitten.
I didn't even know how far out we was. None of us really knew how far out we was. Judy started to show me her leg, and I couldn't look. I mean, you could just lay your hand in the wound. It was just that bad.
We need help, quickly.
I was just astonished that something like this was happening. And she said that I didn't mean for this to happen, that it was an accident, that I didn't mean to die.
All right, straight out of the bucket right there.
Come on, focus your eyes.
But I told her, I said, you're not gonna die, you're not gonna leave us. I said, we won't let you die.
Emergency Coast Guard.
Towboat Captain Mitch Shatner heard Terry's radio call for help.
We have a lady bitten severely by a barracuda.
The victim's husband was very terrified and couldn't quite get it across to the Coast Guard where they were located, but from what they said, we knew where they were at. We told the Coast Guard we knew where they were at and that we were on our way.
Steve Thomas, an off-duty firefighter who happened to be in the area, also heard the call.
If you get a barracuda in a certain environment, he can bite you. I wouldn't want to be around a barracuda when he's feeding and mistakes your hand for a bait.
I put our boat right next to the houseboat, and we loaded Nadine onto our boat, which is 4 or 5 times as fast as the houseboat. I could see that there was a 5 or 6 foot circle of blood on the floor. It was as bad as they thought it was.
Okay, who's staying, who's going?
Major concern was the loss of blood and getting her to help quickly.
When I saw her leave, I didn't know if I'd ever see her alive again or not. Just watching her go, I thought that was it. I really did.
A Coast Guard helicopter that was practicing maneuvers nearby headed to the scene when they received word of the situation.
The captain on the sea tow slowed the boat down and we boarded the vessel. The people that were in the cockpit had a dazed and disbelief look on their face.
Her head there.
There was quite a bit of blood loss.
1, 2, 3.
She was very, very pale, and it looked like she was going to go into shock.
Okay, let's take a look at what we got here.
I laid her flat. I elevated her feet, and I applied direct pressure. In a matter of minutes, the helicopter was there.
Lieutenant Mark Stewart was the pilot.
Okay, rescue checklist part 2 complete. We're ready for Caroline basket delivery to the vessel below. Going down. Forward, right, 10 feet.
We like to get in there, pick the patient up, and get out. The more time it hovers, the
increases the risk, the probability of something happening.
Line is on deck. You're clear to move left. Roger. You're clear.
We got her into the basket, and she was crying and scared. Nadine is afraid of heights. And we had just lost our son in an auto accident, and he was medevaced to the hospital. And when I realized that she was bundled like a little rag doll down in this basket and was going up in a helicopter to a hospital, she was totally helpless. She was totally alone, scared to death. I didn't know if she had the will to want to live.
Hold your position, just looks good. Prepare to take the load. Breaking up the basket. Breaking up the basket. Acknowledge command, the basket is halfway up. Had a basket inside the cabin, going off hot mic, disconnecting the trail line.
I was hoping we'd see her again alive. We didn't know, really. I almost feel like she gave up to die. I really do.
Within 30 minutes of the Barracuda attack, Nadine Clower arrived at Mariners Hospital, where a medical team, including orthopedic surgeon Robert Casola, took over her care.
We determined that her injuries were very severe. She had one large bite involving the upper inner thigh. Upon the release of the bite, the fish bit her 4 other times. And so she had this staggered bite with multiple muscle cuts.
The doctor came out to tell us how close that she actually came to death. That the bite had come so close to the femoral artery. It was about a thumb's length away. And he said had it hit, there was no way we could have even got her off the boat. So she would have bled to death right there on the boat. So I guess God was with us more than we thought.
After extensive reconstructive surgery and physical therapy for her leg and her hand, Nadine has fully recovered.
At the time, all you could see was just a tragedy. We almost lost our sister. Couldn't understand why. But I think it has helped her. She has come a long way since then.
If I had heard the story from somebody else, there's no way I would have believed it. But all I could see was, you know, this mouthful of teeth just coming straight at me. And I could not believe it.
I just burned up.
And my first thought was that I was going to die and join my son. I kept trying to talk to my son and trying to talk to God. And it was like neither one of them would answer me. And I thought, well, I'm not going to die, so I may as well fight this damn thing.
She's changed quite a bit since the accident happened. She didn't care really whether she lived or not. And for the first time since her son's death, she realized that she did have a purpose in life and that she did have to go on.
I think by the grace of God, Nadine's living today. And the cooperation and well-working people that was involved, I totally and forever will be grateful.
So I want to go back to the same spot and try to catch one, if not the same one about the size, and I'll get in my mind that that's the fish, and I'll slap it good and throw it back in the water. Just get even with it good. Really can.
Next.
I knew something major had happened. She let out one scream, and then she was completely hysterical from that point on. She just kept screaming and screaming and screaming.
I
thought it was just excellent.
Incredibly tasty, incredibly juicy.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken at KFC. Try a juicy quarter, half, or whole and see how good it tastes.
It's delicious.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken.
At KFC, we do chicken right.
I'm so bad, that's why I'm glad you're so good.
Are you bad about wanting rich desserts? Then you're gonna love Smart Style from Mrs. Smith's. Sinfully delicious, yet they're made with sensible ingredients that can be part of a smart way to eat. Mrs. Smith's Smart Style desserts. Go ahead, live well, eat well, have dessert.
I'm so bad, that's why I'm glad you're so good.
Fat. For years, people have tried to hide it, stuff it, even burn it. Well, Skippy came up with a whole new idea. We cut it. Introducing new Skippy Reduced Fat Peanut Butter with 30% less fat, plus the delicious Skippy taste you crave. So now you can spread it, devour it, and just plain love it. New Skippy Reduced Fat Peanut Butter. Cut the fat, don't cut out the Skippy.
Hi, I'm Jerry Weinberger with MCI. The people you're seeing coming up behind me is the Coltrane family circle. They are spread across the entire United States.
Everybody is calling everybody else.
Friends and family allows me to call them at a discount.
I save $44 a year.
$19. $99.
$159.
Over $55 a year.
The Coltrane Circle of 11 will save about $549 this year.
I was the one who got the circle started in the first place.
Plan for plan, state to state. MCI offers true savings over AT&T.
It looks like a new kind of Tylenol.
It seems to be pretty strong medicine.
It really makes you feel better.
Oh, good. Something easier to swallow.
It does look high-tech.
Introducing Extra Strength Tylenol Gel Tabs. All the power of Extra Strength Tylenol, made with an innovative patented gel coat technology. They work hard on your toughest pain.
It worked fast for me.
They did the trick. I went bowling last night.
Tylenol Gel Tabs, the newest form of powerful pain relief.
The gel tabs were strong enough to take my pain away.
Got rid of my aches and pains.
That's why we're standing here talking to you.
The flame-broiled Whopper at Burger King is just 99 cents for a limited time. Get one, because it's been the #1 preferred burger for an unlimited time. We may not be the world's #1 fast food place. It just tastes that way. The 99-cent Whopper at Burger King.
When Dr. Quinn questions tradition,
Can a man have 2 wives?
will she influence a woman's decision to leave her husband?
What are you saying, that I'm responsible?
A special Dr. Quinn. Then, they are family,
Was I really such an awful father?
learning to be together all over again.
I wish I was 12 again.
The Road Home after Dr. Quinn Saturday.
She came to teach needy children and found her heart torn between the preacher who loved her and the doctor who would save her. Catherine Marshall's novel, Christie, Easter Sunday.
For many of us, neighbors are people with whom we exchange hellos, but they're not really part of our lives. On August 16th, 1993, in Burlington, Vermont, 15-year-old Paula Haskell was taking care of 2-year-old Wesley and her 2 other brothers when she discovered that the person living on the other side of the fence was not just another face on the block.
JJ and I were watching TV. David was sleeping, and Wes was sitting there in the middle of the room playing with some of his toys. Wes got up, and we thought he went upstairs, because you could hear him going up the stairs. And so we thought he went up to play with David.
Nonsense. I'm your friend. I gotta give you something.
A few minutes later, I was like, JJ, where's Wes? And he's like, I'm not sure. I'll go upstairs and check.
Wesley! Wesley, where are you, buddy?
In the yard next door, Donna Hayes was looking after her 3 kids and 2 of their friends.
It was a beautiful day. It was very, very hot. I knew something major had happened. She let out one scream, and then she was completely hysterical from that point on. She just kept screaming and screaming and screaming.
Guys, come on, get out of the pool! Come on, you guys!
Paula said, "Wesley's in the pool, he's drowned." And I yelled, "Get him up."
Donna immediately called 911.
I was just like, this is my fault. I was supposed to be watching him. He's dead because of me. I was completely terrified.
I saw Paula over her baby brother's body, rubbing his back. I clearly remember the smell of vomit and the purple. He was so purple, and I saw two big white eyes.
Donna took over, and I ran inside to talk to 911.
Oh my God, I don't know what
I felt for a pulse, didn't feel anything. I was thinking, how do you do CPR? I gave him some rescue breaths. Then I knew his airway was open because his chest was beginning to rise. And then I went into chest compressions. And then back to rescue breathing. And I kept following the cycles. It was so hard. He was just so floppy and lifeless. I kept yelling, "He's okay, Paula." Not knowing, of course, but I just needed her to be able to calm down. But there was just nothing happening. I have no idea how long I was doing it for. It seemed like forever. Finally, I thought I saw his eyes move, and he started to make noises. I knew something was happening. I knew his heart had started, and I was just doing rescue breaths at that point, knowing that that was not going to hurt him.
Within 5 minutes of Donna's call, rescue units with the Burlington Fire Department arrived, including EMT Brian Trudeau.
When we got there, the child was already breathing. He seemed to be conscious, but he wasn't really responding to us. Donna reacted probably as calmly as anybody could have in a situation like that. I think there's a very good chance that he could have suffered some sort of brain damage, if not worse, had she not started the CPR.
Wesley was taken to the nearest hospital where his mother, Sue Haskell, joined him.
He opened his eyes, then he started crying. So I cried, and I told him, everything's gonna be okay, Mommy here, so you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
You getting tired, Wes?
Yeah.
2-year-old Wesley Haskell was released the next day without any sign of permanent injury.
The day after he came home, he was himself again. He was running around. He said butthead, and that, I was like, okay, he's fine now, and he's completely fine. I can't express how much I'm thankful for everyone that helped.
I never thought I'd be able to handle an emergency. But the fact that I knew CPR, it made me calm. Before we put up our pool, I wanted my husband to be certified in CPR. And he said, "Well, I've seen it on TV. I could probably do it." I said, "No, you need to know the details. You have to take a course."
Hey, Brent. I don't know. What? Is that good?
Bob Haskell is thankful his son beat the odds.
It doesn't take long to drown. Never once did we ever consider putting a fence around the pool, but we're going to be doing that next week.
Chair over here, bud.
I learned never take your eye off for a minute, or else you have no idea where he'll wander off to.
Not as hot as the 4th of July.
I'm just so thankful that she was there. If Donna hadn't been here, I think my son would be dead.
It didn't really hit until I saw him again, that was when I finally realized what had happened. Knowing that you were looking at a baby that had no life in it, and you gave him the breath of life. I don't know any normal person without a medical background that's done that. It was just incredible. It was incredible.
Where's the ball? You want to play ball again?
To win a $25,000 college scholarship in the 7-Up Shootout game, just perfect these basketball moves. The drive. The give and go. The quick look. The triple reverse 360. the slam dunk. But hurry, time's running out. You could win a $25,000 scholarship in the 7-Up shootout game. 3 caps pays for college.
What am I going to do with these potatoes?
Add a little Spam and add a lot of taste.
My pasta? It's boring.
Add a little Spam and add a lot of taste. Add a little Spam and add a lot of taste.
Spam luncheon meat. When you want a lot of taste for not a lot of money.
Add a little Spam and add a whole lot of taste.
And try Spam Light.
Want to give your best friend a big laugh? Phone MCI at 1-800-933-6333 and let one of these CBS stars do it for you for free. Any friend, anytime. Really. So call and send a laugh to your best friend from CBS and MCI. It's free.
Every year, more than 300 children under the age of 5 drown in backyard pools. You can help save lives by putting a child-proof fence around your pool and keeping the gate locked at all times. This series is dedicated to all the men, women, and children whose training and compassion gives them the courage and confidence to handle a crisis. I'm William Shatner. Join us again next week for more true stories on Rescue 911.
A young rape victim finally gets her life together and marries, but her husband reveals a shocking secret, that he knows more about her tragedy than she realizes. Richard Grieco and Cynthia Gibbs star in the world premiere movie Sin and Redemption, next.
Mr. Shapiro, step out of the car, please.
Olympic excitement is here on home video. Own this collector set of figure skating videos featuring the complete gold medal winning performances from the 1994 Olympic Games, as well as the enchanting exhibitions of the champions. To order this unique 2-pack, call 1-800-747-7999.
Experience a new relationship with the news. The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather and Connie Chung, where your world comes together.
A ruthless real estate developer with a taste for underage girls
What is he doing with that child?
leaves Harriet taking the blame for a murder. An all-new Heat, Wednesday.
This is CBS.
My family has a history of breast cancer, so this is very, very important to me.
America, we hear you, and we share your urgency. Right now, pharmaceutical companies have 52 medicines in development to fight breast cancer. The fact is, more than 90% of all drug discoveries come from our research. So for the millions who are waiting, keep the hope.